Up next on Lion TV, we have Disc Call with Aiden and David and the Odyssey with Maddie.
And me, Kaya Fortune, to see if there's any rain in our forecast. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Good morning, Cersei. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Lion TV. I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Elias Griffin. Today is Wednesday, February 11th, and we hope you all had a great week so far. Now let's start this day with some student announcements.
The Fall in Love with Your Career Expo will be today at Lion Arena for the 8th and 12th grades. Experience business and industry booths, career conversations with multiple professionals, and an outdoor exploration area to explore. The schedule is 8:30 to 9:15 a.m. for 9th grade, 9:30 to 10:15 a.m. for 11th grade, 12:30 to 11:15 a.m. for 12th grade, lunch break from 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m., and then 12:30 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. for 10th grade with 8th grade to follow.
The 2026 UAMS Pharmacy Summer Camp is designed for high school juniors and seniors interested in opportunities in the pharmacy profession. Cost is $150 and covers lab materials, activities, supplies, meals, and a camp t-shirt. No housing will be available. Camp is from June 1st to 3rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and is being held at the UAMS College of Pharmacy on the Little Rock campus. For more information, contact Willie Hicks, Director of Recruitment at wfhicks@uams.edu.
The Science Club is offering Valentine's Day compatibility tests to raise money for our first science fair. They are only $1 and will tell you your potential perfect match as well as your arch nemesis. There will be booths during both lunches, or you can contact Mr. Renard for more information at brenard@cerseischools.org.
SHS has a food pantry that provides students with food bags to take home every weekend. Students can sign up at any time during the school year to start receiving a weekly bag. Students should pick up their food bag after 7th period on Fridays before you leave school. If you have any questions, please speak to Miss Jenna in room 204 or Miss Edelman in room 306. All student information will be kept private. Recently, theater held auditions to participate in the Odyssey play.
We have Maddie Anderson with all the information about the play auditions and more.
The theater department has chosen the production for their spring play, The Odyssey. We got together with key members with this department to seek the important details of the process creating a show.
All right, when you head to the stage, be sure and when it's your turn, slate.
I do have a tendency to kind of feel out the character more than most, I think.
Auditioning for the part of Achilles. I stand on the edge of fate where loyalty clashes with ambition.
A simple thank you can relieve nerves that actors may have during this dreadful wait for impactful results.
Well, thank you all for being here. I think, just looking around, I know everyone, if not most everyone.
20 long
All right,
years since
I appreciate you guys for coming today.
my home.
People audition, we want to make sure that they've got a really good attitude, that they aren't talking amongst each other during an audition. And so the audition isn't so much just about what's happening on stage, but what also is happening in the audience. And it's a telltale sign of what's going to happen in the wings during a rehearsal and a performance as well.
While some actors struggle with separating their role and personal lives, others do separate their line of work from home.
I think if I wanted to separate myself from the role, I would probably just know that in theater I'm that character, and just outside of theater I'm myself.
Being in higher positions comes with even higher responsibilities and decisions to be made.
Yeah, got it. We meet after the auditions with student directors and stage managers. I like to kind of get an idea for their thoughts, their ideas for who they want in each of the different roles. Of course, everybody has different opinions, but I like to see if they have the same ideas.
Who would come to me? Can love be a force of change?
or does it merely trap us in our own desire?
Seems like an exciting start to the spring production soon to come. Well, that's a current close, Cersei. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Maddie, and make sure to check out the Odyssey play in April.
I'll be sure to go check out the play. High school students are staking walkouts in Arkansas and across the country, all to protest immigration enforcement efforts in the United States. Some Bryant High School students were among those who walked out of class around 12:50 p.m., right around Bryant's fifth period. Students held signs that said things such as, quote, abolish ICE. They also yelled chants such as, quote, we want peace and no more ICE, while walking along North Reynolds Road in Bryant. In Little Rock, a group of high school students walked out of school and through the streets of Little Rock to protest. A group of around 100 students gathered in the courtyard of East Stem High School in East Little Rock, while a smaller group of around 40 left and marched through the streets of downtown Little Rock. A group of Fayetteville High School students participated in a walkout around 2 p.m. last Monday to protest the federal government's immigration crackdown and demonstrate solidarity with the detainees. Mason Nino, a student at Fayetteville High School, organized the protest under an Instagram account.
Bad Bunny helped one couple tie the knot in a very special way during his Super Bowl halftime show. The man and the woman who appeared on the field during the show in a white tuxedo and a wedding gown actually got married during Bad Bunny's performance Sunday. His representative said in a news release, the duo who were not named in the release had sent the Puerto Rican musical sensation an invitation to their wedding, but ended up getting a halftime show invitation instead. They were married live with Bad Bunny signing the marriage certificate and a wedding cake being provided, turning the moment into a joyful celebration unfolding in real time, the news release said. It's unclear whether some of the people in the background of their on-the-field wedding were some friends and family members or just backup dancers from the performance itself. Regardless, the moment appeared to bring joy in many viewers online and added to Bad Bunny's well-received show.
American skier Lindsey Vonn crashed seconds into her downhill Olympic race on Sunday after she decided to compete despite rupturing her left ACL in a prior crash during a World Cup event in the Swiss Alps a week ago. She is said to be in stable condition after undergoing surgery for a leg fracture. The 41-year-old American who came out of retirement to compete in the 2026 Winter Olympics earlier confirmed that she had fully ruptured her ACL, but said she still felt confident and could still complete the race with the help of a knee brace. Seconds into the race, Vonn lost control after she appeared to clip a flag marking the side of the course, flew sideways in the air, and hit her head on the ground. She was responsive but did not get up. Medical personnel put her on a stretcher and airlifted her from the course.
Curtis, this temperature is crazy. One day it's cold and the next day it's warm.
I agree. Let's send it to Kaya Fortune for some more information.
Today, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 57 degrees, rain at 15%, winds northeast 12 miles an hour, humidity is 49%, and your sun rose at 6:57 a.m. Tonight, it will be partly cloudy with a low of 33, mixed precipitation 3%, winds at northeast 5 miles per hour, humidity at 68%, and your sun will set at 5:45 p.m. Now onto the almanac. The last 7-day average, the high was 53 degrees and the low was 32 degrees. Monthly average of precipitation was 3.90, and the month to date is 0.2 inches. Thursday is going to be cloudy with the high of 59 degrees and a low of 36 degrees with a 3% chance of rain. Friday will be cloudy with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 45 degrees with a 24% chance of rain. Saturday will be rainy with a high of 56 degrees and a low of 42 degrees with an 82% chance of rain. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 58 degrees and a low of 34 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 65 degrees and a low of 44 degrees with a 7% chance of rain. It looks like the warm weather is starting to come back. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Scott, but enough of all this weather talk. I'm starving. Do you know what's for lunch today, Curtis?
I do. Today for lunch we'll be having buffalo popcorn chicken, chicken parmesan pizza, beefy enchiladas, classic American cheeseburger, Santa Fe turkey and cheddar wrap, fresh whole fruit, and milk.
That sounds absolutely delicious. Be sure to thank the lunch ladies for preparing this amazing food for everyone to enjoy.
David and Aiden have a new episode of Discography about a late 90s metal band.
That's right, Curtis.
Good morning, Cersei High. Welcome back to Discography, and let's get into today's episode.
Deftones was formed in Sacramento, California in 1988 by members Chino Moreno, Stephen Carpenter, and Abe Cunningham.
Their first studio album was released in 1995, named Adrenaline, with hits like 7 Words and Bored, which didn't start off massive, but eventually led to the base of success with Around the Fur.
With their most popular hits from Around the Fur being Be Quiet and Drive and My Own Summer. These 2 songs alone brought immense fame.
Deftones has been popular since the late 90s, but with TikTok being so popular, Deftones have recently shot up in popularity, so much that they've went from an average of 3 to 4 million all the way to 12 million monthly listeners.
In 2008, Shai Shang, the original bassist, was in a tragic car crash and was put into a semi-coma and gradually recovered, but never fully recovered and sadly passed away in April of 2013 due to a cardiac arrest. Deftones decided to replace him with Sargo Vega.
Deftones recently had a new album by the name of Private Music, with their first since 2020 Ohms, featuring singles My Mind is a Mountain and Milk of the Madonna.
As most new albums go, there are a lot of mixed reviews from old and new fans, but overall it has been viewed as a good album.
I wonder who here at Cersei High also likes Deftones.
Let's ask around.
My favorite song by Deftones is Sleepwalk.
7 words. Probably either Cherry Waves or Change.
Those are some good picks.
Thanks for tuning in, Cersei. Let's send it back to the news desk.
I'm definitely adding that to my playlist.
Me too.
This Sunday, the Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots happened.
Let's send it over to Chandler Hopper for our latest Super Bowl updates.
Happy Wednesday, Cersei High. I'm Chandler Hopper, and let's take a look into some sports announcements for the week. One of the hardest wrestling tournaments took place this past weekend, the 5A Regionals. As a team, Cersei finished 3rd. 7 guys qualified to go on to the state tournament this Friday and Saturday in Little Rock at the Jack Stevens Arena on the campus of UALR. If you see them, tell them congratulations, please. Eli Blanton placed 4th, Wesley Francis placed 4th, Jose Aguilar placed 4th, Isaac Toledo placed 2nd, Desmond Goodlow placed 1st, Cash Coleman placed 4th, and Ben O'Connell placed 1st. Our Cersei Lions boys basketball teams traveled to Nettleton this past Friday to take on the Raiders. Our Lions played a tough and competitive game, but ended up losing a tough one, with the final score of 69-57. This loss drops the record to 11-13. Our Lady Lions basketball team also traveled to take on the Nettleton Raiders, where they ended up taking a tough loss, 65-33. This loss drops down the record down to 2-21. Moving on to national sports, in the NFL, the 2 best teams in the league, the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, faced off on the biggest stage in the world to determine who will get to hold the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The game started off really slow, with the Seahawks only managing to get on the board with a field goal early on in the first quarter. Both defenses would go back and forth, not letting up any points until Seattle would kick another field goal to the uprights early in the second quarter to bump their lead to 6-0. To end the first half of the Super Bowl, the Seahawks would go into halftime with a 9-0 lead after kicking another field goal. Coming out of halftime, the Seahawks would put up another field goal, taking the lead 12-0. At the start of the fourth quarter, Seattle fans started to get pumped up as quarterback Sam Darnold found his tight end A.J. Barner in the end zone for a quick 16-yard touchdown pass, bumping the lead up to 19 points. Quarterback Drake May and the Patriots would answer right back with a long 35-yard passing touchdown, finally get on the board, hoping to turn things around late in the game. The Seahawks would answer back with yet another field goal, stretching the lead even more. All would go wrong for the Patriots as Drake May would drop back to pass and launch a rocket to his receiver that would not only end up being picked off by the Seahawks, but would turn into a pick 6, giving the Seahawks another touchdown, making it near impossible for a fourth quarter comeback. The Patriots would not give up as they would make it to the end zone again to cut the lead down to 29-13. It would unfortunately not be enough as the final seconds would run out and the whole Seahawks team would rush the field, celebrating in the confetti, securing every team's biggest goal, winning the 2025-2026 season Super Bowl title. At 7. Well, that's all the sports updates I have for you today, Cersei. Now back to you guys at the news desk.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Elias Griffin. Have a great extended weekend, Cersei.